Good morning, friends. Today let us discuss about one important concept, that is an electric dipole. An electric dipole is a pair of equivalent opposite charges separated by a fixed distance. A pair of equivalent opposite charges separated by a fixed distance is called as an electric dipole. Here you can see a pair of equivalent opposite charges, plus Q and minus Q. They are of same magnitude but of different sign, polarity, different polarity. This is positive charge, negative charge, separated by a fixed distance. This fixed distance is denoted by 2a, and such a system is called as an electric dipole. So we are finding out the electric field due to such a dipole. Electric field due to a dipole. Now, before we go for details, first of all, let us learn some details about electric dipole. The dipole has a fixed length. It is called dipole length. Here, 2a is called dipole length. And there is one more thing to be remembered. It is called dipole moment. Dipole moment is a vector quantity directed from negative charge to positive charge. Dipole moment is denoted by P vector. P vector is equal to product of magnitude of either of the charges and the dipole length. So dipole length is also taken as a vector. It is a vector directed from negative charge to positive charge. So dipole moment is a vector directed from negative charge to positive charge. It is directed from negative charge to positive charge. This is the direction of dipole moment. Dipole moment. And I will write here what is dipole length vector. 2a is dipole length vector directed from negative charge minus Q to positive charge plus Q. Okay. Let us say the center of this dipole length is denoted by O. So O is the midpoint of dipole length, or O is the midpoint of dipole. Then we want to find out electric field first along the axial line. Axial line is the line passing through the dipole length, and it is the line along the axis. We can say simply the line along the axis of the dipole is called as dipole axis. Now let us say there is a point P where we would like to find out the electric field. So I am writing here calculation of electric field along the axial line of dipole. So axial line, please remember, is the line passing through the dipole length along the dipole axis, and it is extended along the dipole length. Let P be the point such that it is at a distance r from the center. It is at a distance r from the center of dipole. So I can say OP is R. So I will write here, let P be the point at distance R from the midpoint O of the dipole. Now we want to find out the electric field at this point P. So this distance is R. So I can write here OP is equal to R. Since the entire dipole length is taken as 2a, half dipole length is going to be a. So if you mark this point as B and this one as A, then OB is equal to A and AO is also equal to A. Here AB is dipole length 2A. So AO equal to OB equal to half dipole length, that is A. Half length. With these assumptions, I can find out what is the electric field at this point P. So electric field at this point P is due to positive charge at B and negative charge at A. So if you look at the point P, the electric field due to positive charge will be repulsive, so it will be directed away. So this becomes E plus. This becomes the direction of E plus. And electric field due to negative charge at Q is directed towards negative charge because of attractive force. If you assume there is a test positive charge, the test positive charge will be repelled due to positive charge, attracted due to negative charge. So electric field due to negative charge, I am writing it as E minus. E minus is directed towards A. E plus is directed away from A, that is directed away from B. So since positive charge is closer to this point P, so naturally E plus is of greater magnitude than E minus, because positive charge is closer to this point P and negative charge is little away from point P. Therefore, net electric field will be along the direction of E plus. So I can show here, this becomes the net electric field at P, which is along the E plus. So now we will calculate net electric field. So net electric field at P, I will write it as E vector at P is equal to, from the diagram it is quite clear, E plus E minus vector, E plus vector plus E minus vector. So this gives us the exact value of net electric field, that is vector sum of the two electric fields due to positive charge and negative charge respectively. So this equation is in accordance with principle of superposition. So this is according to principle of superposition. Now we will write E plus first and then we will write E minus. What is E plus? Electric field due to positive charge at B. Electric field due to positive charge at B. Now look at this. This positive charge is at a distance BP. I mean this positive charge at B is at a distance BP from the point P. So if you look at the diagram, the distance will be R minus A from here to the point P, the distance is r minus a. Similarly, the distance of negative charge from the point P is at a distance of r plus a, because we have taken the distance r from the midpoint. So, positive charge is at a distance r minus a, negative charge is at a distance r plus a from the point P. Now with this we can calculate what is E plus value and what is E minus value. E plus value by definition is 1/4 pi epsilon into the source charge. Source charge is plus Q upon the square of the distance. Square of the distance is r minus a whole square, and we have to show the direction of the electric field by unit vector. So if we take this one as x-axis, we can write it as I cap. So I can write it as I cap, or in general we can take r cap. In general we can take it as r cap. So I cap is to denote that it is along positive x-axis. So electric field is along positive x-axis. Along DO, BP, along BP, away from plus Q charge. Similarly, I can write what is E minus. Now, in the same way, I will write what is E minus. Electric field due to negative charge. Electric field due to negative charge is given by 1/4 pi epsilon into magnitude of charge. Magnitude of charge is again Q. Q upon the distance. The distance of negative charge is r plus a from the point P. From the point P, the distance of negative charge is r plus P. R plus A. So it becomes r plus a whole square, and it is directed because of attractive force. See, the test positive charge is attracted by negative charge at A. Therefore, it is towards negative x-axis. So I write as minus I cap. So we can write here along PA towards minus Q charge. Now we can calculate what is net electric field. Therefore, net electric field E at P is equal to E plus plus E minus. E plus plus E minus. Now when you look at the diagram, E plus is a larger magnitude and E minus is a shorter magnitude. Therefore, since the vectors are exactly in the opposite direction, the net electric field will be subtraction of a shorter vector from the longer vector. Subtraction of a vector of lesser magnitude from the vector of larger magnitude, because they are in the opposite direction. If they would be acting in the same direction, then they would be added. The angle between them is 180 degree. Therefore, cos 180 is minus 1. Therefore, they will be just subtracted. So, although we have written E plus plus E minus, here the negative sign comes here. Therefore, I will write only the magnitude. Magnitude EP. Magnitude EP is equal to magnitude of E plus minus magnitude of E minus. So magnitude I have written without any vector sign here. quite clear. Just first I am calculating magnitude, later on I can write the direction. So if you substitute these two values, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught is common, then E plus is Q upon R minus A whole square minus Q upon R plus A whole square into the bracket. Now again Q is common. Therefore, EP, magnitude EP is equal to, Q also can be taken common, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into, simplify this, R plus A whole square. In the denominator, the LCM becomes R plus A into R minus A, R square minus A square. R square minus A square whole square. So this becomes LCM. So R square, R plus A whole square, R plus A whole square can be written as R square plus A square plus 2AR. R square plus A square plus 2AR minus R minus A whole square. So since minus sign is there, so directly I am writing minus R square plus of minus becomes minus A square minus of minus plus 2AR. So if you simplify now, R square cancels with R square, A square cancels with A square, you are left with 4AR. Thus we get Q into 4AR divided by 4 pi epsilon. Now here we are not going to cancel this 4 with 4 because we know the standard value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. So we keep 1 upon 4 pi epsilon as it is. And we modify this equation. We write it in the form of product of 2AQ because we know 2AQ is dipole moment. So I will write it as 2 times 2A into Q. So that becomes 4AQ into R divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square minus A square whole square. So this I have missed here, R square minus A square whole square. R square minus A square whole square. So this becomes electric field at this point P. That is the magnitude of electric field at this point P. So next step will be, we know what is 2AQ. 2AQ is P. So first I am writing 2 as it is. 2AQ I am writing it as P R divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into R square minus A square whole square. So this becomes the final equation for electric field at point P. Okay. So now we will assign what is the direction. It is quite clear from this. If you look at this, the electric field is being a vector quantity. The direction of electric field will be along the direction of P vector, along the direction of dipole moment. As I stated earlier, the dipole moment is always directed from negative charge to positive charge. It is always directed along the dipole length, direction of dipole length. Therefore, electric field on the axial line is always directed from negative charge to positive charge along the direction of dipole moment. So that is clear from this equation, which I will write here separately. So now I am writing electric field due to electric dipole along the axial line in the vector form. E axial vector is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 2 times P vector. It is evident from this diagram also. electric field, net electric field is directed along this axial line, which is along the direction of dipole moment. So 2p vector r divided by r square minus a square square, r square minus a square square. So we can conclude it is directed along p vector, directed along dipole moment vector. So this equation is helpful to find the electric field at any point along the axial line. Now, if the distance of the point P is very long, if the distance of point P is very long compared to the dipole length, then we neglect this dipole length. We neglect this dipole length, that is, we neglect this half dipole length A. That is, we are terming such a dipole as a short dipole. That is, if R is very much greater than A, R is very much greater than A, or R is very much greater than 2A, then A square is ignored. A square in the denominator is ignored. If A square is ignored, what is the final equation? Just see. A square is ignored. Such dipole for which the distance of the point P is very long compared to its length, such dipole is called short dipole. So electric field along the axial line for short dipole becomes, look at this, A square is ignored. If A square is ignored, then you are left with 2pr divided by r raised to 4. 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 2pr upon r raised to 4. So this r cancels with one of these r's. Then you will be left with r cube in the denominator. Thus it becomes 2p vector divided by r cube. 2p vector divided by r cube. Constant you have to write all the time. 1 by 4 pi epsilon. So this becomes the electric field due to short dipole. Electric field due to short dipole. You will come across many numericals based on such dipoles. So dipole length will be given and distance of the point under consideration, this distance OP, that is R, will be given, and based on that you will be asked to calculate what is electric field along the axial line. Okay, so this is all about the electric field along the axial line of an actual dipole and electric field along the axial line for short dipole. Remember, short dipole is that dipole. Short dipole is that dipole for which the distance of the point under consideration is very much longer compared to the dipole length. R should be very much larger compared to A or larger compared to 2A. Such a dipole is called as short dipole. Thank you. Have a nice day.